found a place.
Hello? Anyone there?
Twice this month, we've seen a young, prodigious YouTuber make their proper feature directorial debut with a highly anticipated horror film, and they've both knocked it out of the park. Cory Barker's Obsession might be the horror film of the year, a monkey's paw fable for lonely incels. And now, Kane Parsons' Backrooms is here to send a tingle up your spine. The actual narrative in Backrooms is a bit lacking. Obsession told a much stronger story with a much more satisfying ending. But purely as an exercise in building a palpable cinematic atmosphere, Backrooms is a roaring success. This movie is much more about the vibes than the story, and the vibes are appropriately unsettling.
Hello?
I wasn't familiar with the YouTube series going into the movie, but I've since gone back and watched some of it. Parsons was a teenager when he started making these videos, and he's only 20 now. When I was 20, I was testing the limits of my liver, not making deals with A24. The film adaptation recaptures what made those shorts so effective. It keeps you on edge, anticipating a jump scare that never comes. The long, winding hallways are full of twists and turns, and you always expect something horrifying behind each door and around each corner. It's the same thing Longlegs did so effectively. It makes you think something terrible is just about to happen, so it keeps you hanging in suspense, even though nothing all that eventful ultimately happens.
I'm scared.
I am too.
When I watched The Life of Chuck last year, I was impressed by Chiwetel Ejiofor's ability to react to inexplicable phenomena. When the stars started vanishing from the sky, he nailed his what the fuck facial expressions. And in Backrooms, he does it again. Ejiofor plays Captain Clark's journey from getting obsessed with the Backrooms to getting trapped there to losing his mind there with this haunting sense of authenticity. Renata Reinsve proves to be just as great at these what the fuck reactions when she takes the spotlight in the second half of the film. Fresh off her Best Actress nomination for Sentimental Value, Reinsve brings just as much nuance and ingenuity to the second lead in a creepypasta horror film. And I loved seeing Lukita Maxwell, aka Alice from Shrinking, in another role. And I love that role is being the one woman trying to talk some sense into these two moronic men who want to keep exploring the Backrooms.
What the fuck?
The whole concept is a fascinating symbolic exploration of memory. The Backrooms were originally just a spooky aesthetic, but Kane Parsons gave them meaning. They're a physical manifestation of a misremembered past. Every time we remember something, we're just remembering the last time we remembered it. And the Backrooms are kind of a visual representation of that. It's a living, breathing place that remembers grotesque bastardizations of people and places and things that don't exist anymore. Backrooms goes off the rails a bit in its third act, but it perfectly resolves these themes by showing a man who's completely lost in his own memories, using his own misremembered accounts to absolve himself of any wrongdoing, so he's bound to keep repeating the same mistakes. Just like these creepy rooms, his memories are all just photocopies of photocopies. The script didn't have to verbalize these themes so much. Sometimes it's okay to just let the visuals do the talking, but it's dealing with really interesting, universal ideas. The first hour 20 of Backrooms does an amazing job of building an unnerving atmosphere and slowly drawing you into this bizarre alternate world. And then in the last 20 minutes, subtlety goes out the window and it devolves into a Resident Evil boss fight against a giant monster, with maybe an even campier, sillier monster than we've ever seen in a Resi game, and that's saying a lot. But the chase is thrilling, and the final shot is deeply disturbing. The ending has been a bit polarizing, but I thought it was great. After the last act dragged on a bit, that final cut redeemed it. It really ends the film on a note of unease. If this is what Kane Parsons is doing at 20 years old, I can't wait to see where the rest of his career takes him.
All these rooms, this place builds them. It's like a maze, it just goes on and on.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the little bell. And also seize the day and call your mom and be kind to yourself.